virtually everybody heard kind of reminded you of your game against San Antonio. You had 3 two-way guys playing everything else.
Now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just something about a championship team. Like Draymond's about the only named guy that really played last night.
Horford.
Yeah, okay, Horford played. But other than that, I mean, it's something they go to Houston and get a win against the Rockets team that's got everything to play for.
Yeah.
And they do too, but still, they were the underdog. I mean, that just come out a championship team that can go ahead and do that, I guess.
It's impressive, you know, and I think to the Horford Green point, I think there's something to guys that expect to win the game that they play, you know, and that's what I'd say about Green and Horford. You know, Horford was obviously here. I know that really well with him, and Green from a distance. I mean, when those guys line up and lace them up, they expect to win and are disappointed when they don't, and that's a contagious thing, you know, and that's one of the things as we've developed the team that we've tried to build is an expectation that you can compete any night and that every win is earned, but that you can earn a win on any given night, and understanding how to do that. And you know, Green and Horford are two guys that have made a living off that for a long, long time, and great respect for them.
Anybody else? Thank you, Coach.
In film study, did you just have to kind of let him play to see he fit in this soon? How did that all come about?
Yeah, I mean, we don't just let them play, you know, and anytime we get a new player, the first thing we try to do is just understand their baseline. You know, like, what are their strengths? What are their vulnerabilities? In what ways can they impact the game? In his case, obviously, he's had NBA experience, but in a different program. So we just we give them as much as they need, but no more, and then just get them out there and let them kind of declare themselves and their starting point. And even then, he's obviously had success. Not everybody always starts off great, but that's okay too. You know, that's just the baseline is just figuring out where you are, so that you can just start the process of helping the guy grow individually and grow inside the team. I mean, it starts with number one, his ability to shoot. You know, he's a guy that you have to like race off the line, which opens up some of those drives. The thing that stood out to me, I didn't know his game that well, especially that part of his game. Those mid-range plays show off his strength. You know, like he gets going downhill and he's able to absorb contact and rise up and shoot a balanced rhythm shot, which is harder to do than it looks. You know, he makes it look easier than it is. So he's done a great job. I mean, he's been a great secondary creator for us so far. He's had to be a primary creator for us at different times, and he's done well there. So like I said, he's off to a really good start.
For you guys as a group, what did you kind of take away from that 3-game and 4-night stretch for you guys?
Well, the Denver game was obviously a very it was amped up,
yeah.
You know, and so when you reconnect to the rest of the regular season after a game like that, it's a challenge. And I thought the guys did an unbelievable job in Dallas of just, especially to start the game. You know, like we were ready to play that night, and you know, controlled that game, and it was a very professional effort. Chicago was similar. You know, we had 2 guys out that were there the night before, and we, you know, were able to control most of that game. And then New York was obviously a really challenging game. You know, it's just a battle that came down to execution. It was really a high execution game for both teams, and you know, we were fortunate to come out of there with a 3-point win. But we got a lot out of that game. That game was like rich with information for us, so we were able to take a lot of that game and look at it with the guys today.
How much are you?
Probably the longest stretch of time at home since the summer. With this, you know, level of practice time you're gonna be able to get, are there things that you all can get done as a group here over this next week or so that would be a lot harder to do when you're on the road, when you got travel and games and that kind of thing?
Yeah, recover.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. I feel like, you know, we got a lot of guys, you know, dealing with things, so being at home for a few days to give us time to, you know, use our resources and recover the right way.
What have you found, you know, you've had to deal with this a lot in your short career of guys coming back into the lineup and trying to get, you know, that trying to get them going, but not in a way that's like outside of the team. What's worked best in your experience in terms of helping guys as they come back in?
I feel like we all know our role, so when somebody leaves and come back, we know what to expect from them. They'll obviously put their best foot forward, but just knowing that, you know, your role might change when they're out, but when they come back, you know, they're going to pick up that slack again. So I'd say just knowing your teammates make it smoother.
Jared was kind of advertised as like a three-point shooter when he came into the team, but Jay Will was talking yesterday about how his defense has also really stood out to him. Just what have you seen on him on that end of the floor?
He plays hard. He listens to, you know, or criticism, whatever you call it.
Constructive criticism, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, that's good in a defender.
You played 82 games as a rookie, and this year you're leading the team in games played right now. Like, what does it take to kind of be ready to play each and every night in the season?
I don't know. I just go out there and play. Try to take care of your body as much as possible. I mean, you got to take days like we've had these past 2 days and, you know, really get off your feet sometimes, or just take what you need. And play through some bumps and bruises. I mean, it's going to happen with the game. So, yeah.
When you're looking at Golden State, obviously they've been dealing with a lot of injuries this season, so a little bit different personnel, but a team that still shoots the ball pretty well. Defensively for you guys, how do you limit teams that like to shoot the three as much as they do, knowing that they're still going to get some off there?
Getting there when they catch it, you know, being there with a hand up, not, you know, giving them a clear look at the rim, knowing that they want to shoot first. So make them put it on the ground and, you know, have them pass the ball around and all that. So.